with this 0 point. We are in the zero and how the zero is unfolding.
Beautiful ignited souls, we are ready for a new creation.
So ignited souls, so here we are again. Thank you for joining us on the Us shape. Yes, so of course the Us shape. I think I did the numerical value for that. So Us is 4. Let's just have some fun. But today's date is what we really want to explore, which is the second. This is not very thick, but let's do with it. 12022, and this comes to 2, 4, 6, 8, and 1, 9. So this is really officially our beginning. The first day of the year, which I have the numerical values on, we see is the number 8. This is what I said. We are setting a new template. It's the god or the 8 god, the set god was there. We break. This is your 0 point. So I have showed how we meet with this 0 point. We are in the zero and how the zero is unfolding. So this here now we have the ninth today, or the number 9 on the second. So we see basically that it's like number 9 is birthing newness. And of course we did these exercises, so please watch the videos on King David's year, which is 22. This came through that David equals 22, and we see the nature of the times that we are approaching is actually the characteristics of King David in the Bible, of course, who ruled for 40 years. Again, this is correlating with Jesus fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, or the flood of Moses for 40 days and 40 nights. We see the number 40, and so we know 40 is really about setting foundation. And in this new era that we are, King David's year of this new era is setting that foundation. So, okay, I have made mention as well that for the next 4 years is going to be, that's our foundation, but it's that mini foundation, if you like, or the seed of foundation that is going to create more and more. So there we go. Let's look at that. Okay. We are going to examine the numerical value for us. And by the way, I hope you've got your cup, because we are ready to have a tea break. And we certainly sure that number 8 is going to transpire somewhere. So take a break with number 8, or take a break with number 2. You and I, we are 2. Okay, all these 2s looking at us. So the S shape. S is 3 plus 1 and SHIP. This is how the gods work, the verbatim gods. We just get along with it. Here we actually have 6 letters. But we could also say that there are 5 letters. We have 2 S's, but the 2 S's are really the serpents. Okay, so let's do 1, 8, 9, 7. Adding this together, 9 and 9, 18. I would really say 3 9s, 27. So this is 26. This is how I count, in case you're thinking, oh, this is 9 and 9, 18, 19, 25. Actually, it's not 20. So 2 plus 5 is 7. And this is 4. So here we see 4 plus 7 is actually 11. This is what we are about. This is the us shape. 1 1. 11 is 1 1. This is the 14 gods showing up right here in our language, reminding us of who we are. 2 7s 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. So just like Jesus came from the lineage of 14 generations of 14, which were 4. Again, we're speaking of 4. So here's the thing that is important for us to remember. So like the year of King David, for instance, where we speak, King David is 22. This is like the master number. But somehow this plays out in all aspects of our makeup. This is what happens to form the foundation. So in this year, we are actually using this number 4 as foundation, just like we had for King David, Abraham. So when Matthew, of course, which is number 9, Matthew is like the mat of beginning and is 9. So it's that demarcation of birthing out of breaking out of the womb. So Matthew is really giving all the expression or description of this newness and saying basically, of course, where Matthew, the newness is landing is that Jesus, or Christ rather, because Jesus is 11, came from the lineage of generations of 14. Generations of 14. And so that, which is why I continue to remind us that this is why we were given 14 days quarantine. Always that 14 days. You hear it in the movies, you see it in the movies. It's not by chance. And it's not by chance it is called the fortnight. It's after you have fight. It's a fort, or a thought, whichever way you want to look at it. But these words carry a lot of vibrations in all different realms. So so Matthew is explaining the generations of 14 is Babylon, David, and Abraham, and then Christ. So this is actually telling us that this is a foundation of our creation, if you like, which perhaps have also emulated another the foundation that comes time and time after. So in this foundation, just like it will a generation of a person or a family or people, there is that seed or like your ancestors. So this is carrying after its kind. It's a copy, if you like. And so we are going to mimic that vibration as we go along. The first 4 days of the year may actually be, well, that another foundation that you actually need to tap into, which is why I'm trying to do this video so you can get this. And these 4 days, then we would have that fortnight as well, as we have said, or we'll also have the 4 years. So the number 4 in some way, or we'll also have whether 4 weeks or 4 months. All of these are foundational as we go along. They are serving as foundation. So we cannot take anything for granted, really. It's that everything we are doing is working towards forming that foundation for our evolution. Okay, so, and because we are recreating right now. So so the purpose of this video is to actually look at today's date, and I'm really hoping, I should say I am intending, because this is my new year, I am intending to look at each day, each number. So basically, we have seen 1 has the number 1, like yesterday, the new year. So 1, I'm just going over this. 1 is actually ONE, which equals 7. Now we have showed how the whole cycle actually again constitute this oneness in itself. Like you could say 1 week, but you have 7 days in 1 week. So if it was 1 year, of course we have 12 months in 1 year, but the number 1 is actually giving you the whole essence of what it is. So we say here 1 is 7. For it marks the most pinnacle attribute or contribution of creation. Like we were told, everything was created in 6 days, and on the 7th day God rested and enjoyed the works that he had made. Okay, all right, so now we are going to look at 2. I know we have done this in all the exercises, so let's look at 2, because this is what we want to look at first of all, and then we will look at the day, the numerical vibration of the day. So these are the 2 main things we will do. We know already that this is the Genesis. So The year is, a 6 year is Genesis, it's for creating. The 22 is the foundation, which is like the children of Israel, the fasting and all the resilience you have to build and all the whatever that you have to tap and plant. It's a year for planting. So we could also put plant here. Okay, so let's look at here. Of course, January again is one, so we get the essence of what this one is. But because it is the month, we need to look at it as though it was the mouth. I've always seen this, that MONTH is actually MOUTH, because this is actually you, but for the month you had been like upside down, if you like, or ended, or whatever it is. But you need to turn, you need to turn yourself and look upward, because there's a new month. The mouth is what takes on everything here. So we could see that as the internal, and this would be the external attribute or representation of the month. Okay. So month is actually 10, 15. It's actually 25. And mouth is, so this would be 7. And mouth is actually 5. So we see they both like odd numbers. But of course, mouth is 5. Number 5, that, is key. So basically, the month is telling us that there's a severing, there's a cutoff point. But is where there is a cutoff point, there's also supposed to be the start with the mouth. Okay, so if that makes sense to you, or whatever it is, let me know. It'd be nice to get your take on this. So number 2 is actually, if we did the 1 1, as we know, we all come into this 1 1. The 14 gods have showed us how we come into this 1 1. We have seen ONE, and we do this. We see ONE and we do this. So we know that is 14, as we have spoken about, and 14 is 5. 5, I always put, or often put, a list of all the long names for 5. So let's look at 2. Now 2, we know, is like, in fact, later on I'm going to give all the different aspects to 2, because we actually think that the numbers are separate to the letters. We need to remember that these are actually symbols that play out. The letters actually are like the feminine that contains, it's like the masculine is dressed up, if you like. But when it's dressed up, it births out newness, or it's like a pregnant woman. So this is what 2 is here. And so we know that, for instance, we see the W in the middle, which again reminds us about like free. It's like saying free. Of course, free is in the middle of 2 here. When we do the numerical value for the word 3, it gives us 2. So let's not get too wrapped up into this, but let's look at here. So we see 2 is actually 13. And we help with the story of Jesus Christ being, with the 12 disciples and the Last Supper. So the Last Supper actually is indicative of a cycle in itself, which means that the 1 plus 4, 1 plus 3 is 4. And that sets a foundation. That was the foundation for the new creation of Jesus becoming Christ. Becoming Christ. So, of course, if we did the numerical value for the word for, FOUR, it gives us 24, which is 6. And this is where we are speaking of a new Genesis, a new person. All this equals 6, which is what Jesus says to trust as well, or believe that all this equals 6. So the word Genesis here is 33, and this would really coincide with the new Genesis, the new era, the new cycle, which is happening here. So we have seen, let's look at the other aspect of 2. We also we call 2, we say 2 is as 11, like this. And so we could look at 11, ELEVEN. And of course, we have seen this 2 is as 11. This is why you had 911. So you could actually see that there is in this 2, for instance, has its own 911 nature in it. Like 2 people can come together and create all kinds of disaster, or they can be harmonized, or they can agree to do a good, or they can agree to do something else. So this is why the 11 is there to even up a situation or a person or whatever it is. It's going to get even in whatever context that we look at it. Okay, so it levels, LEVEL, all this is in here, and so on. So we have this here. When we do the numerical value for this is 5455, and adding this together is 10, 15, 20, 24, 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. So we can see that 2 actually has innate an ability to actually express itself as a new beginning, because 9 is actually beginning, but it takes on the shape of 27. It takes on the shape, in fact, there was a word that I came across, like it goes, of course, because 11 is actually a number that it's like a road, that it, you know, a road, whatever travels on that road, it's like a road, it's like a path, it's the a canal, it is a channel. So it actually contains or is able to facilitate whatever you gave, whatever you put in that, it to be renewed. It's just taking on that new path. So that's what 11 is about, the 11th hour before you get to the 12th. So we can see that actually 2 has all these attributes to it. 2 is not just, you know, you add 2, you can divide 2, you can separate 2, you could do all this once you have. This is why Jesus says, where 2 or more shall gather, or 2 or more. 24 actually, so is 6. Okay, so which is 6. Okay, so 2 or more where they gathered. So I'm going to keep this video short, but I just really want to show that actually when we speak of 2, it's not all about just looking at 2 figures. It's about looking at the dynamics of how you can manipulate the 2, how you can get even. 2 can decide that they are lying together, and they are then being equal. So 2 is in actual forming equal. Whatever they decide to do, they are now being equal. Agree to disagree. So you could have EQUAL, which is 5, sorry, 57313. So this is meant to be 8, not 7. Okay, I have a good memory, that's why I'm checking this. So this is actually 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20. So this is 20, and actually, so this is 2. So 20 is that which gives us, the word 20 gives us 8, which tells you that once there are 2, there is wholeness in 2. It's complete. It's the polarities. The polarities. This is why Christ said, upon this church I will build my rock. Upon this rock I will build my church, because the word rock actually is 20. Whatever 20 is, which is 20, TWENTY, is saying is that it equals 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. And that's what we come back to it. Everything comes back to it for a new creation, a newness, a new people. So I hope you get the essence of number 2, because again we see how 2 can be equal. This is equal. 8 is equal with its 2 knots. And of course we have not and not. They both 13. They both equal 13. 13 and 13. This is 26 again. So we have done, you could see a lot of things I have done on number 8, but I wanted to show how this date, the vibration. So I must admit that it is late in the day that I am doing this recording, but I'm hoping to have them early enough so you can get the vibration of the day. So all what we have done here, we've 2, for instance, to show the 2. Now we are looking at the number 9, which is NINE, and this is actually 5955. Adding this together is 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. So this is why I've been saying it's a day of creation. It's a day, or not day, this year is year of creation. So we have seen this is actually matching on this second day of the year. This numerical vibration here is actually matching with the year itself. So it's like it's been impregnated, and it's showing its ability to birth, that it has the 2 creation of 6 days of creation in it. It bears the 2 creation. So 2 for 6, which is the year, and of course we have the day, the month, because the year, actually we must remember that the year is already complete. It's just that we are unfolding the year, we are unraveling, we are activating the year. So on a daily basis here, we are activating the year of the first. So today we have a double vibration, which is showing us about the double effect of the 2 creations in Genesis of chapter 1 and 2 of the 14 gods. So this is what we see here. So this is showing us there were 2. It's like saying, okay, there were 2 creations. We did the numerical value of number 8 before, and we saw that we had the 2. Oh, don't know why the pens are, I'm speaking so much over them. Okay, so we have seen that the 2 zeros, we have done 0 or not, or if we did 0, the 2 zeros, we would have 10 plus 10. Everything is contained in that 1 1 2. Okay, so I hope you really get this. And if this again, please let me know if the pace of this is understood. Are you getting it? Have you got any questions? Is it clear enough? And please, again, if there's any part of the video you like, remember to just like and subscribe and do share, because we are on this ship. It'd be a very good idea as well to add the day. So because we are looking at the vibration of the day. So let's look at Sunday. Okay, Sunday. I'm going to throw this away. Let's try another pen. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful and bright. Sunday. Okay. So we have 1 3 5 4 1 7. So this is 8 12 17 and 17 21. So that is 3 So Sunday is a free day. That's why we take it as a free day. Okay. So this is free. And of course, when we do the numerical value for free, it gives us 1. 11, I mean. Okay. But remember, people, as well. So what I have been giving here, for instance, showing that number 9 is giving us it as a 9 day or a day 9 here for the second day of the year. Is telling us, it's like it's reminding us about birthing. The number 2 actually births. The number 2 actually births in the sense that when we look at 2, remember the 13, Christ was the dying and to birth newness at the 13 at the Last Supper. So basically, 1 plus 3 is 4. Like the word, like so in not inception. It'd be interesting to see what inception is. Actually, rub you out of this. Inception. This is 5, 6, 9, 2, 7, 5, 3, 5, 9. So this is 14, 17, 18, 19, 22, 29, 29, 30, 40, 51. Oh, 51, yes. So 51 is 6. So I get another word for my stone with number 51 on it. Okay, inception. So basically we see that that is 6. But what I really wanted to say is conception, conceive. The word conceive, CEIVE, or yeah, which is 3, 6, 5, 3, 5, 9, 4, 5. So this is 9 and 9, 18, 23, 26, 31, 37, 40. So this is what we are talking about. So it's important we remember that 4 is really the number of conception, to conceive. When you conceive, that's what Jesus was fasting for 40 days. That's what the flood of Noah was about. It was conceiving a new people, a new world, a new thing. And we are in this new era where we are conceiving. There is a conception that is happening for the next 4 years, and there's also a conception of before, which has all the conceptions in it to the next 40 years. And I did say that in other videos. So that's what we want to see, that to show that with 2, of course, the year 2, 2022, and of course we are in 2. All these 2s here are offering, which we have 4 2s right now. 4 2s here. These 4 2s are actually telling us as well that there is a double conception on the second day of this creation, new creation. So it's important that we actually get this. So Sunday is really telling us, it's like the sun comes out and it's birthing and showing us again that, hey, there is 3. It does equal 3, but 3 is actually birthing another 11, which of course 1 plus 1 is 2, and we have seen what 11 is. So the day itself is more or less giving us another insight or meaning of the whole day's vibration. So I'm going to try and do Monday early enough so you can get the fullness of the vibration. So first of all is that Sunday is that day of the Trinity. It's a day where you can actually come to, acknowledging the Christ, the Jesus, because this is 3, the Trinity. But there, this is having to stand, do learn and ask for guidance of how you can use this vibration. But if we were to add all these together to see, and I feel that it's like the gods are telling me we should do this to get the fullness of the vibration of the day, is that Sunday equals free, and then we have plus 9, 9. So actually we have 3 plus 9 is 12, which gives us a free, so basically 3 is that number we just mentioned 8 a while ago, is that number or figure that you can begin to curtail, you can shape in, use this, and it becomes your 8-petal flower. So you can actually set your intention and for, or conceive an idea for today is actually a very good day for setting an intention on for to create, as I said, and we are growing. So again, we have 9 here. It is like saying today is ready to birth newness. It is birthing newness to show us what it is. Okay, so thank you and stay ignited.